There's a Wyoming missing Seneca Valley football game. This is a Class 3A championship.
The first game of the year had reconstructive surgery, rehabbed hard to get back, and really he's the missing piece to the team from a year
I'm not
ago
sure
because his ability to be a dual threat
who
doesn't do a lot of running anymore, but the play action and his ability in the wing team
what
to be able to set
team
things
is
up
what
has
color?
really set this team apart this season. And we'll also see the big fullback Evan Nebrowski, who's going to be the blocker on this play as Emery Thompson will get the first carry of the game off the right side for the Spartans. Let's take a look at why I'm missing offense here.
How are you?
But the running game is obviously the key here for this Spartans team. You got Jordan Allman and Amory Thompson, the two halfbacks. Evan Nadrowski, though, an opposing coach described him as an animal, and I think that's really accurate.
Yeah, animal, wow.
Fullback, an absolute bear to try to bring down. 11 touchdowns this season, 592 yards on 83 carries, as he will get the carry here on 2nd down and 7. That's Central Valley defense at 3-man front, but the linebackers really active, lead the charge there. For the Warriors, they have a couple of changes in their starting lineup.
So why I'm missing is in the white, Seneca Valley's in the blue.
Along with their linebacking core, really the key for this defense. Oh, what a fantastic job that they've done all season long. Fitzsimmons has D1 offers from a bunch of places, including Pitt. You've got Kyle Thompson. Between the two of them, 27 sacks combined. And the changes, we'll go over them here in a minute, is Wyoming has a 3rd and 7. And they will keep it on the ground here and get the first down with Allman getting the carry. The changes for Wyoming, Javen Thompson will listed there at the corner. Ryan Borgen will actually get the start for him there defensively. Javen Thompson will slide inside of the free safety spot, and Brandon Graham will be the rover in place of Bryce Wilson. So a couple of changes in that secondary. And
wow.
Keep an eye on that. That's the first down run by Wyoming there. Play you saw as a staple of the wing T, double give, and very effective for the Spartans. Nadrowski gets the carry on 1st down. We saw it's not a big offensive line overall, though, for the Spartans. The left guard to right guard, nobody more than 200 pounds. It's the big boys on the outside, but they'll also switch the line.
What I think I'm going to be doing is,
right tackle, give them a couple of bona fide big boys at the tackle position. Saw this Central Valley team
quarters. So I'll do the first quarter. I'll do every quarter. I think that's what I'm going to be doing.
Throw that one hops in front of his intended receiver, Aiden Mack, the tight end. Wyoming area last year, Central Valley couldn't stop one guy, basically. Here today, it's more of a power-controlled style offense, something that they rarely see.
This must be a rematch. Nature's championship.
Teams typically seem to be more central eastern side of the state of Pennsylvania. And this is a team that thrives on just the ability to move the ball on the ground. They need to have good gains on 1st and 2nd down. They are not good in 3rd and long. They will give it to Thompson, trying to find room on the right end. He does, and he's going to dive forward and get that first down right on the Wyoming sideline. I think he's going to be a half a yard shy based on where it is. But that doesn't stop this team, because this team, 4th down and 1.
I watched the whole first game. Watched the whole first half, and
got to figure he'll probably be the carry, but what we're seeing is
the last
so much concentration
5 minutes, I guess. And so they
really concentrate on
and that it seems like both the first game there was a lot of people were running or quarterbacks, just like this game so far.
They might measure there for a moment, but won't. This is already the 7th play of the drive for Wyoming. It's 4th and 1.
I'm missing. I don't know if I said why I'm missing or why I know me, but this is why I'm missing. Why I'm missing.
It's Nadrowski who's going to plow forward for the first down for the Spartans.
This is the 8th play to drive. Wow.
And that power run attack of the Spartans gets the first down. Amarian Saunders, the outside linebacker.
Saunders.
Grabbed him around shy of the first down, but you're not going to stop the animal as Nadrowski just pulls him forward for another 2 yards.
Still can't get over that. The animal. That's funny.
Approaching 8.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. First possession for either side. Zekman, that controller, a double handoff. Armory Thompson around the right side and then dragged down towards the Wyoming, or the, I'm going to keep saying Wyoming today, the Wyoming sideline.
Well, I'm missing, yes.
Second down.
He also says the same thing I did. Wyoming. Well, why missing?
It has been 8 years since District 3 out of the central and where Wyoming is in the Berks County area since they've won another state championship, which happened earlier today with Steel High.
And Steel High won the first game, 32-40. They beat
the 43 to the 42, and now the 41, where they'll mark him. 4-yard gain that time will bring up third down and about 3. This is perfect Wyoming football.
So they beat
a gash of 3.
And the first game was Steel High versus.
Play, and with everybody thinking run. This is also the time when Zekman, a very sneaky but efficient passer at 70%, could pull it down at any time and decide to play action. And we'll keep it on the ground here with Thompson. Right side. Move. And has another first down for the Spartans with 7:17 to go.
Wow.
First. And this is a Central Valley team that I'm sure has not played a team as physical as what Wyoming is, because I don't know.
I'm telling you, Wyoming is
everything they do seems to be in that regard. This is a ridiculously talented defense.
This is the 9th play to drive, I believe.
There is speed all over the
Or
place.
10th play to drive. I lost count, but
11th play of the drive.
11th play to drive.
Finds his man over on the far side. It's Allman, and he dives out of bounds on his own sideline. Just the 4th catch of the year for Jordan Allman. But really, for that matter,
that was the 11th play to drive.
Now their 10th game for Zach Zekman all season long. Last week, though, he was fantastic. 11 of 12, 190 yards, 3 touchdowns.
And then there's the game.
They needed in the game.
Tonight at 8 o'clock, which I'll also be live streaming. And then tomorrow there's 3 games, so.
Field a week ago in the semifinals. As Nadrowski again, look at him just barrel through that line. Presto and all those guys up front trying to keep a hand on him. He just has so much lower body power, 248 pounds, just pushing those piles. And fullbacks, you don't. A lot of times the 6'2 guys that play the fullback position might be more of an H-back style, run them at tight end sometimes or whatever. This kid just has all kinds of strength, lower body, upper body. He is a load to bring down. He's getting it again. Sure is. Dives over the pile this time. And he's going to have enough for the first down as he gets down to the 27-yard line, and we're going to mark him. It's a pretty decent vertical that time for Nadrowski. Shows you he's not just a guy with power, but he's got some ups, although I have no idea how he ever got that far on that dive. That's an interesting spot, but he definitely had the first down. First and 10 for Wyoming from the Central Valley 37-yard line. First drive for either team here this afternoon.
This is the 13th play to drive.
They give it to Allman, and Allman is spun around, and he will work his way down to the 31, or the 26. That didn't come clean that time and allowed Jack Bible.
I'm missing Jay.
At linebacker for the Warriors.
Looks like with the. I'm missing.
7.5 tackles per game.
I'm missing is
This defense will
it's a good team. I mean, they have not. Seneca Valley have not got to touch the ball yet.
Of course, keep it on the ground with Allman and a good tackle over on the far side. That was.
No, 14th or 15th play to drive.
That had to stop for Central Valley, so that's going to bring up third down. The Central Valley defense with 285 hurries coming into play here this
Central Valley, I do Seneca. Sorry, sorry about that. That's Senator. Seneca Valley. Seneca Valley. I think it is Seneca Valley. Yeah, Seneca Valley.
This is probably going to be one of those moments, though.
I'm saying.
Down to 9 from the 26. Zekman straight back, going to dump it off. Got his man. It's Allman. Can't slip through the tackle, and he is dropped short of the first down by Javen Thompson. And that will bring up fourth down. You've got Aiden Cerulli, who's a very good kicker, but This might be asking a little much.
Go for it!
Give it a try, though.
Go for it!
Rulli's a guy whose longest on the year is 29 yards, but only because they really haven't attempted much beyond there. He's a guy who's been all league a couple years in a row, and this one will be a 40-yard attempt. And Wyoming missing the lead early on. 16-play drive.
16-play drive, wow. That's crazy. That's a good.
High end over end, and look at this. It is good.
Good, it's good. 3-0. Why I'm missing?
3-0 Spartans with 3:55 to go in the first quarter. And Eric, I think both teams sort of got what they wanted out of that opening drive. For Wyoming, they drive down the field, 17 plays, 50 yards.
Look at that, guys. It's so cool. In the background, it's a roller coaster at Hershey Park. You get to see the background to that. That's pretty cool.
Was the opportunity to get a stop. And the key was they finally got a first down play where they were able to stop it for just a gain of a yard. After that, the next play they shut down, forced Wyoming into a passing situation, and they have to settle for the field goal. So I think in both regards, both teams got a little bit about what they wanted to get, and that was Wyoming gets on the board first, but Central Valley is able to get the stop that they needed to keep them out of the end zone. Now, 11 months ago, Central Valley lost the state title game here to Wyoming area, 21-14, and they're only in their 11th year of football. I think the thing that stands out the most to me, though, is out of all their games, they're trying to become the second team ever in WPIL history to mercy rule every game. And it's going to take a big effort here this afternoon, obviously, to do that against this talented Wyoming team, but they have just blitzed everybody. I don't know how you would pull that off here, and Wyoming has pretty much done about the same thing because they have faced what you would consider, considering their talent level, no competition. So if you look at the two teams, there is no question these are the best two teams in the state at the AAA level because they have left no doubt in any of the 20 games that the two teams have played. About to see Amir Dudley in that Central Valley offense, averaging 44.5 a game. They run the ball for 287 a game, average over 400 yards per game as well. And Dudley, who is
so I'll do it. I'll do the first.
Touchdowns and 5 interceptions.
I'll do it every quarter. I always start it, so.
This will be returnable on the near sideline by Thompson. Found some space, and Thompson is going to get dropped over the 30 at the 34-yard line. So we'll see for the first time this afternoon the offense under head coach Mark Lyons, 110 wins. Let's take a look at the Central Valley offense led by their quarterback Amir Dudley, the 6'2", 100.
Amir Dudley! What?
Ratio 15-4 this season, so not as great as last
year. I the first time I watched either team play, so.
A Harvard commit, which shows you not only has the athletic ability, but the brain power to read defenses. And just did that a couple of days ago as Landon Alexander, we'll call his name out a lot too, 159 yards in the semi a week ago. 4 postseason games, he's over 500 yards rushing and 12 touchdowns. He's been the bell cow for this team. And nobody's held him under 4.8 yards per carry all season long. In fact, all but 2 games, he's been over 10 yards per carry as a freshman.
And this is the Class 3A. So 1, all the even. So 1, 3, 5A play today. No, odd. Sorry, that's the odd numbers. And all the even 2, 4, and 6 play tomorrow. What's up, Rachel?
Let's take a look at the Spartans' defense. This team has only given up 577 yards the entire season. One change there as Julian Mayo will get the start in place of Rashard Williams up front. A little bit more quickness up front instead of Williams going both ways, and that's sort of what you're looking to do a little bit too, is to keep fresher bodies out there. Nadrowski, Grabowski, 2 outstanding linebackers. Grabowski, the second leading tackler overall. The leading tackler, though, is Jack Feitner, number 55, who's an outside linebacker. Miles Walker in motion as Dudley will throw here on first down the field, and it's incomplete. Looking down there for Thompson, and that'll bring up second down. And Jabin Thompson, the 6'2 sophomore, a lot of different weapons at the disposal of Amir Dudley. You have Matt Merritt, Jabin Thompson, Stephen Hall, Brandon Graham, Miles Walker, Justin Powell-Thompson. I mean, that's the entire group of receivers and tight ends that are available. Thompson's the one that you really want to be careful about. Hasn't had a lot of catches this year, but 6'4", a great target.
Second down and 10, play blown dead.
And just as I mentioned him, he flinches, jumps off sides. It's going to cost the team 5. The other thing that's going to be interesting, too, about this game, Central Valley, if you take a look at the offensive line, they are not huge up front. This is a team that was a little bit bigger a year ago. You've got Sean Fitzsimmons, who his brother Reed graduated. They were starters at the guard positions a year ago. You also have Josh Campbell, who's a 3-year starter at the center position and anchors everything, but it's a younger and more inexperienced group towards the outsides.
Second and 15 for Central Valley. Their first offensive series.
Central Valley. I was saying it's Central Valley.
Over on the near side.
Central Valley, sorry guys.
Kyle Thompson.
I apologize about that.
Penalty yardage back plus a couple, so that'll bring up third down.
Still a passing situation now for Central Valley. Lots of different options again,
Been a
as
long
we
day.
said.
What do you guys up to tonight?
Got Alexander in the backfield as Dudley.
Did you guys go Black Friday shopping today?
Dudley looks, going to sling it over the middle, and the catch is in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. That was Walker, who he was looking for.
Little low, but a ball that Walker, he's got great hands, 23 catches on the year coming in, had an opening. Very interesting that on that play, Wyoming respecting the ability of this team to throw the football, only rushed 4. They're going to try to keep Dudley in the pocket and force him to throw the ball down the field.
So, wobbly snap, and Wyoming's able to get in there and block that punt.
Wow!
And they will get great starting field position here on their second series. Ball was recovered by Central Valley Matt Merritt, but won't matter. Wyoming will take over with 1:41 to go in a really, really short field here.
Jordan Allman was the one who got in there. It was a high snap on the punt that threw off the timing just a little bit, but the blocking wasn't good either. And Allman, the senior, who is taking his opportunity this year to be able to play both ways and has run with it, and they're on the special teams. You see the importance of keeping key
so far,
teams at key places, and Allman makes
so far, Wyoming is dominating this game. Legit, first quarter. I know it's the first quarter, but they're still dominating this game. They're still dominating. They are still dominating this game. Even though it's only the first quarter, they're still doing it. I'm missing it there.
On this situation, they would try to go to the air right away because now this is not the down and distance that Wyoming is as comfortable with.
Second down, 10 from the 28. Our side, it is Darren Bruner, top of your screen. Zekman going to look his way, fling it out to the far side. Tough throw, tough angle to throw it at. And Bruner, the intended receiver, falls incomplete.
It's
very careful with that because you got ball hawk and secondary players over there who you don't want to give up a pick six in this situation. So he tries to lead a little bit too far to the outside, sees the blue jerseys to the inside, tries to play it a little too safe and nowhere close to his receiver.
So it'll be third down and 10 from the...
If you guys see something I can fix, let me know. I'll fix it.
This team, I would not be surprised to see them try to run the football here, maybe to get it closer for a potential field goal.
Zekman under center. He's got his backs to the backfield. They will go double handoff that time. Thompson and Allman. And Allman is tripped up after a minimal gain that time, so that'll bring up fourth down.
That is excellent discipline also shown there by Central Valley. At the block punt, now potentially doesn't hurt them as much. The defense gets to stop, and it's going to be a long field goal attempt here from Cerulli.
I already saw him make one from 40 moments ago.
We're going to bump him out another 5 yards or so.
So
They
50.
could have made that first one from about 45. That had plenty of leg. This is really tight, though, too. It's only about 6 yards back. Usually there's about 7 yards that's given. Officials blow the whistle and slow things down. It's really tight, the line of scrimmage, though. They get any sort of pressure up the middle, especially with the lower trajectory of a longer field goal, it could get blocked. Cerulli, it is a good snap. He puts his foot into it.
It's good.
This one is angling, and it is good.
Wow.
Cerulli again, this time from about 45, and he has given Wyoming a 6-0.
I don't know what just happened there, guys.
Of the mistake in the punt game by Central Valley, and now have extended that lead, that drive, not exactly one you'd write home about, 4 plays, 1 yard, 59 seconds, but nonetheless, it is points on the board for Wyoming. Now they're up with a couple of field goals from their outstanding senior kicker, Aiden Cerulli.
Watching live coverage of the PIAA football championships on the NFHS.
Hey, second quarter of the Wyoming Central Valley Class 3A Championship.
Forced Dudley out of the pocket was Evan Nadrowski. As the middle linebacker was coming right up the gut, had a head of steam. Just shows you the elusiveness of Amir Dudley.
Wyoming
Out of
is
traffic there and really dance around and make that a no-gain
6-0.
Really a bit of wizardry.
They're up 6-0, and they dominated the whole first quarter. So,
Coming through the right side, he is popped.
to be honest, Wyoming
Miller on the stop for Wyoming. He will come right
the first drive was like
This is a
20,
options, but the guy that you
16 plays.
really need to get involved
They pretty much killed the clock for like 5 minutes, for the first 5 minutes.
already has a bunch of touchdowns this
No.
year through punt returns.
10 minutes of the first 10 minutes. Who's watching? Get those watchers. I got three people watching. Who's watching? Tell me who's watching, please.
Looks down the field. Got Walker. He got drilled.
Boom! Wow!
What a stick. That time by Nevin Carter. Walker
Got the smelling sauce.
in his hands anyway. He got rocked. And that'll bring up 4th down.
The reason that
What does the rock say? Oh, never mind.
zone defense and recognition from
I
Wyoming.
was not sure what does the rock say, but that. What does the
He's
fox
supposed to be run off.
say?
They seem to read the out pattern underneath that.
This is fun
And
though.
when
I
that
mean,
happens, Carter
I
comes
never
up,
saw
and
either
Tommy
team play,
Walker
so
wasn't expecting to have a hit.
fun to watch this championship
Put it
game.
away.
And then there's more to follow though. There's
Thompson will let
one
it
more
go.
game today,
Go
2
all
games,
inside.
3 games tomorrow.
And be down at the 6
Class
yard.
1A,
Wyoming will start
Stonehill
93 yards in front of him.
won.
6-0 lead.
They already won their championship. They played at 11.
Play against Wyoming.
And when this game's now, and then there's another
Walker on that play.
game that will be the Class 5A game.
Anybody else,
will
that
be
corner's not there. He's vacated. He's
at
chasing
8,
the receiver who's cleared
and
that
then
ball. It's great
even
recognition that time, and it gets
division,
the football
so
back to
that's
Wyoming, although deep in their own territory.
2, 4, and 6 play tomorrow. They 2 play at 11.
Time off the clock again.
The Class 2A plays at 11.
It's not a problem. This might take us 18 plays.
4A play at 3:30, and
Hand off the top.
6A
Stood up.
plays at 8 p.m. That's the 6A is the St. Joe's Prep and St. Joe's Prep. They play at 8 p.m. tomorrow night, but
Marion Sanders got low, got penetration, and stopped the blockers from getting any further down the field. That allowed the
it's fun though. It's fun watching football. Like, it's fun watching. I have never really watched like high school football this much.
Center. That's Britter top of your
Right.
screen. Send Jason Gardner in motion that time. We got a flag on the play.
Flinch from the interior line on Wyoming. Half the distance to the goal, back to the 2.
Push her back, way back.
And Wyoming very close to, now that their deep in their own territory and have a very bad down and distance. They haven't punted much all year. They punted 5 times in 9 games. And
I'll do the whole game, so come back in the second half if you guys want.
Just to make sure they got to run a punt.
Because I'll be doing live streaming the second half. Do this for fun. I love doing this for live streaming.
Mason Gardner's had a good season, though, especially last week. Had a couple of touchdown runs.
Because I just love I love watching sports. So
70% completion percentage on the season. Has to be very judicious with the ball. Cannot force it into spots.
they'll do high school basketball games once they start. I'll live stream them. I'll try to come up with a schedule for basketball.
But he is going to be short of the first down as he's marked down right at the 16-yard line. So needed to get up to around the
once I talk to some of the coaches, high school basketball coaches or athletic directors,
Walker's going to go back to field this one.
I'll get the schedule and then I'll post it up here.
That's a pass route that just couldn't get far enough down the field. Great catch that time.
The one thing I'm definitely gonna I'm definitely gonna live stream all the games. Archbishop Ryan's boys and girls basketball. Another teams, Archbishop Wood. Basically, hoping to do all the games I can.
In Central Valley territory, that's where the Warriors will start. Jack downs it wisely before it can get any further.
But that won't start till after the New Year. So
winning the battle of field position, and because the defense in the first quarter,
I know that for a fact. With my friend who's the athletic director at St. Joe's Prep told me that they're not playing like how they usually play in December. Nobody's playing in December. That was starting like January.
What a story he is too. I mean, he's a guy who already is a star. People know who he is because
Tired already. It's been a long day.
They were in Pittsburgh for a couple of years. Used to watch the show with his dad, who also was his coach in Pee Wee's, and was a 2-year star on that show when they came up to Pittsburgh. And motion Walker, they'll give it
What
to him
show?
the outside, found space.
I talk about the
On the near side by
Friday Night Tights or whatever it's called.
30-yard line.
Got his hands on him, but that's about it. But Miles Walker, you talk about a guy who doesn't
Friday-
get the ball often in the running game, but when he does, he makes things happen.
I think that's what the show's called. It's called Friday Night Lights. I think it's called Friday Night Lights. Not Friday Night Tights. I don't know what I'm thinking.
That average gets dwarfed there, but he
I
does.
think it was Friday Night Lights, I think.
Billy out of the shotgun will keep it on the ground with Alexander. Foul room right side. Nice little cut back, and he is
What's up, Matt?
inside the Wyoming missing 15 down
How are you?
the 13-yard line.
What a great kick-out block that time from the pulling guard, Sean Fitzsimmons. The junior just pulling down the line, kicking him out. Alexander Fallon blocking well.
Keep it on the ground again, Alexander, and he is popped this time. Where he can get through the middle there by Julian DeMeo, and that'll bring him second down.
You don't usually get a big play rushing the ball against the Spartans defense and immediately get to go back to it again and have any room. And DeMeo spinning off his blocks, something that this Spartan defense does so well.
Once this half ends, I'll be back 14 minutes after that.
Underestimated about why I'm missing defensively is how quick they are.
How are you, buddy?
Very good reading plays and shedding blocks.
And it's
So they on second down.
15-minute halftime, so
Near side. Look down the field.
I'll do the third or fourth quarter as well.
Get dragged down back behind the line of scrimmage. Good job that time by Stephen Alexi for Wyoming missing.
And he's a guy on the season who has 6 sacks coming in. Not sure if they would count that one as a sack or not. They probably will count it as one because it looked like Dudley wanted to throw. Just got a little too close to the line of scrimmage and didn't have a chance to backpedal away from it.
They're down at 14 for Central Valley. Free top of your screen.
Excuse me.
Damian Thompson down in the bottom, one-on-one. Dudley's going to roll out to the far side. Look, nothing there. He tries to dump it off, and it's incomplete. Again, the pursuit by Wyoming's defense. They cut off the passing lanes and brings up fourth down.
Both teams are undefeated. I think Seneca Valley, I believe, was 9-0. I mean,
Dudley rolls down the line, and
Seneca Valley, I think, was 11-0. Or were they? Both teams are undefeated. One team was 9-0, and the other team was 11-0. I think Seneca Valley was 11-0.
Central Valley will keep the offense on
I'm
the
not
field here.
sure.
Fourth down and 14 from the 18. Dudley, pressure again, dumps it off over the middle. Javian Thompson sidestep. One defender, and Javian Thompson.
Touchdown! Seneca Valley.
Beautifully executed by Central Valley.
Central Valley, sorry. Keep on saying Seneca Valley.
actually
But
was
it's
snapped before they were looking for that ball to be snapped a little bit early.
Seneca.
But it ends up working out perfectly, and Javian Thompson, his third touchdown catch of the season, as he comes across the middle of the formation, and instead of continuing to go, sees a big cutback lane to the other side.
I keep on saying it's Seneca Valley. But it's just Seneca Valley.
Out on the backside.
Serafino DeSantis point after is up, and it is good. 7-6. Central Valley leads it.
Central Valley.
The PIAA Class 3A championship game on the NFHS
I
Network.
keep on saying it's Seneca Valley, but it's Central Valley. I apologize, guys.
Coverage, game replays and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination, NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school, and we are at Hershey Park Stadium, where Central Valley has a 1-point lead.
Look at the background. How cool is that? The roller coaster from Hershey Park is right in the background.
As well as Amir Dudley finding Javen Thompson for 17 yards and the score that gives Central Valley the lead after the extra point. Just 5:07 left to go here in this first half of play, Eric. I don't know that Wyoming has enough time to drive down the field with their offense. This something that they need to get something.
Well, I'm missing the first quarter. It took them 10 minutes. They had like 42 plays. It took 10 minutes on the clock. Wait, oh. They played 12 minutes and they made it 5. It was down to like this point. So, I don't know. I can't do the math right now. I'm too tired, guys. Sorry about that, but.
That's a 1-point lead right now as Allman will field a kick. He's across the 30 and up to the 34, 33-yard line.
Both games, I enjoy watching these games. I watched the first game tonight. That came down to the wire. Now this game could be the same. Could be the same. I don't know.
That tackle away from breaking a big one.
Cool.
5:03 to go here in the first half. And Allman will get the carry. And he gets minimal.
I think it's just 2-minute halftime or the 10-minute halftime.
Averaging less than 3 yards a play. 2.8 here in the first half. It's the inability to throw the football.
I think it's more 15.
The Warriors have seen.
I know, the NFL is definitely 15.
So they're committing their defensive players.
Oh, God. I'm tired today.
Guys, don't worry about the pass.
I've been pretty busy all day, guys, so please work with me.
We'll take care of it. Second down and 9 for the Spartans. Thompson in motion. Zekman will roll out, throwback near side. Thompson, Central Valley was all over it, but Thompson's got all kinds of room now. 45 up to the 50, and tiptoes that sideline into Central Valley territory at the 47-yard line.
Central Valley, okay.
Pretty, but it was effective.
Why are you missing versus Central Valley? I can't put saying it's Central Valley, but it's Central Valley.
There's a huge wall of blockers on that
Okay,
right-hand
guys.
side. And a big play
to
for
all the
Wyoming, moving the
Central,
ball into Central
and I
Valley.
apologize to all the Central Valley fans who are
10
watching.
for Wyoming from the Central Valley, 47, down by a point. Wing the far side is Ganter. They'll hand it off to the big fullback, Nadrowski, and he will get a couple on first
I
down.
don't know what kid with why I'm
They
missing.
establish
They
a
call
running guy.
his nickname is the Animal.
Passing they'll do, but
I think it's the running back.
sense at some point that if this stays tight, that Nadrowski's going to be there.
I know he's on offense, but
But he runs between the tackles, and that's where they are smaller on the offensive line. They may even have to shift the tackles inside to help.
who's watching? There's one person watching. I don't know who it is though.
Gardner will get the carry, and nice run by Gardner. You mentioned that strong game that he had a week ago against Danville in the semifinals, and you just see the momentum stick with him. He's got two nice runs here in this first half as we're down to 3.5 to go.
See, and I like the extra juice that he gives them, too, because you've got Allman who's playing both sides of the ball. You've got Thompson playing both sides of the ball. Gardner comes in fresh, so he gives you a little spark back there in the backfield and does a really nice job.
I think Central Valley made it by,
It is Allman. Nice run by Allman to the 25.
I know one team made it to the championship by forfeit. I think it was Central Valley. That's the best play up at Devlin, but that game got canceled last weekend. So, but I'm not 100% sure if that was this Central Valley
Linebackers have to respect it. It opens up the outside on the left.
or if it was another team.
Down and 3 from the 25. Allman in motion. They'll give it to him. Left side. Finds a wall.
This is 3, yeah.
There for a first down for the Spartans.
I believe it was.
Last time they go right back to it again, and a timeout called by Wyoming here with 2:32 left to go in the second quarter.
27th play in his first half run by Wyoming. We saw in the first game, too, between
Wow,
Steel High
47
and the team that
plays.
ran the ball with more effectiveness is the one that ultimately won. Now, they had two big defensive plays, too, but that Steel High running game in that first game really set a tempo for that game. Their offensive line was played extremely well in that game. You're starting to see that a little bit here on this drive. That's actually the 28th play that Wyoming's run in this first half.
If you are going to have balance in the high school game, you stand a much better chance of being successful. Unless you have a team that can just physically dominate the line of scrimmage, then you need to have balance. This is a Wyoming team that can physically dominate at the line of scrimmage. They did not the last few times they had the football. On this drive, all of a sudden, they had a successful play in the passing game, and all of a sudden, that has now inspired this offensive line to do a much better job of firing out and being able to shield their blocks. They are executing the way that they need
Yeah,
to.
so they
The wing T offense that Wyoming runs is all about execution. And on this drive so far, since the completed pass, it has been excellent execution.
So I'll definitely be doing the whole second half and then all the next game as well.
In the first half.
I think it's like a 2-hour break between.
And we'll hand off to Nadrowski, and he is going to get cut down.
Well, give or take, I think it's an hour, 2 hours, I think.
Bring up second down for
I don't.
They unbalanced the line to the right side. And
Depending on what time this game gets over, the second game is scheduled to start at 8.
Going to be a difficult play to run against this
I think that's why they did it this way.
Tackles and Fitzsimmons and Thompson, who are very strong and very.
So they gave, I think they're giving everybody about, every game about an hour. So I didn't know, overtime and stuff.
So third down and 4 coming up for Wyoming, just where they wanted. They're out of that third and long situation. Third and manageable here for this Spartans team. Ball from the 15 to the well, this is really field goal range, but they have got to be thinking 7 here late in this first half.
They might be, but at the same time, they don't need 7 on this drive. They would just be looking for it. Third and 4, this is a good play action down if you're going to use it.
Third and 4. They go double handoff. Allman right through the middle, and Allman will have the first down, and he's going to set up Wyoming missing just outside the 10-yard line. So they have a chance here to run more clock, get another first down. 1:18 to go. They keep moving the sticks.
A lot of people would say that's a trick play. That is a staple play in what Wyoming does, and I don't know a team that runs it better. The double game, Allman coming the left side. They've had a few plays already in this game where they've used that effectively. It gets the eyes going to the right for the defense, and all of a sudden, here comes the ball carrier the other way to the left.
First and goal from the 7 for the Spartans offense. Methodical, and they keep it on the ground again with Allman.
Allman, I think that's where they go to the animal.
Inside the 5 this time for a 2-yard gain.
And what they're trying to do a lot more against this defense is use their quickness against them. They want to speed, read, go to the ball, and go to the first read. That's usually going to be the fullback. So they've been trying to use these halfbacks a little bit more, going the opposite direction to set them up.
Second and goal.
I don't think they got the
Allman again, trying to pick his way, dives inside the 5. And Lyle and Bob Wolfram will call a timeout here with 22 seconds left. Wolfram in his 34th year, 322 wins against 84 losses. He's
wow.
He still has a tie on his record.
It's amazing.
And he'll have a chance here with 22 seconds left. His team has looked...
I don't think high school has any
very effective here in this first half.
play clock. I know they don't. For basketball, I know they definitely don't have the shot clock. I don't think they have it in football either, though.
And it really forces you as an opponent to understand that your possessions against this team will likely be limited. So you must make the best out of them. And it forces and puts a lot more pressure on you. But for Wyoming here, vitally important that they score points. It'd be great for them if they get in the end zone because just settling for field goals every single time, I think that's a win here for Central Valley if they keep them out of the end zone. And I think it neutralizes any momentum. A touchdown here going in the locker room really turns the heat up against a Central Valley team that did not get the job done a year ago in this game and also has not been tested all season long on the field. Huge play here on 3rd down and 3.
Wow, missing 50% on 3rd down in this game. They're 4 of 8. They've gone for it once on 4th. They converted that.
And they still have a timeout, so they can run the ball here without having to worry about it.
Beckman under center. He's going to roll out this time. Looking in the end zone. That is cut off. Steps up, fires in the end zone.
Touchdown! Wow.
With his 7th touchdown grab of the season. And with 17 seconds to go until the half, Wyoming grabs a 12-7 lead.
Zeckman absolutely got obliterated as he let that ball go, but knew it. And the senior quarterback throws his best pass of the game so far, keeping the play alive with the roll, waiting for his receiver to get across the middle of the field, and just Bruner continuing to work and work. Next touchdown catch of the season, a big one here, as they'll now go for 2.
Yeah, they'll try to get that point back to make it a full touchdown lead here. Growski will carry left side. He'll just jog on it in the end zone for the 2-point try. They got a 7-point
14-7. Why missing? With 17 seconds.
The tackles the entire game. The big boys, though, are on the outsides. So instead of going up the middle where you don't have as much...
I bet 13-7. Why missing? No, I was right. It was 14. 14-7. Why missing? With 17 seconds left in the first half. Sorry about that.
Has had the ball for over 16 minutes in this first half. They've run it 34 times already. Check that. They've run it 26 of the 34 plays they've had.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
5 of 9. That's the thing that gets me. Their offense, 5 of 9 on 3rd down. They don't take any chances. They did throw it there, but they're not taking any chances on 3rd down. These aren't low percentage 3rd downs that they're converting, and they're being very effective at it.
Get them in 3rd and long, they're in trouble.
Gotta figure something out.
You can't get them very often in 3rd and long because they're willing to take 3 4-yard runs every time. It is a patient sort of an offense that today's day and age just doesn't work for most coaches. But Bob Wolfram's been around long enough that he's got no problem sitting over there going, okay, we'll take 3.
So there's 2 people watching, they said.
He's
Well,
fine with it.
I got
Because
2
he
views.
knows that
Who's
if
watching?
The other team's going to wear down that drive. 12 plays, 67 yards, 4 minutes and 46 seconds off the clock. Said I wasn't sure if they had enough time. Well, they did barely. They used a couple of timeouts and were able to score before the halftime.
Cerulli's kick on a low line drive, fielded at around the 20-yard line. And a good return up to the 40.
10 seconds.
Where Central Valley will start first down and 10. That was Brett Fitzsimmons who had the return.
That went crazy.
10 seconds left. Central Valley does
If
have
Central Valley
not a lot of time
comes back
And Dudley doesn't
and
have
gets
the
the
this far. So
touchdown with
now what
10
you're trying to
seconds.
do, I think you're trying to run a little bit of a crossing route of some sort and try to.
they're gonna have to do a Hail Mary.
3 receivers to the top of the formation.
I mean,
You've
they
got
don't.
Booker by himself. If they
I
forget
think that's
about
what
him
they have
down
to
here,
do, the Hail
you're
Mary,
hoping
if they
single
really
coverage.
want to do it.
Dudley will take the shotgun snap, look on first down. A lot of time being used here. Going to throw it over the middle, and he had a man open, but it sails on by.
5 seconds.
Leaves him with 5 seconds left to go in the half. Ryan Boring was the intended receiver.
It's the right play, though, too, because you've got receivers going down the right side, receivers going down the left side, everyone dropping in coverage, and it lines up Boring against linebacker coverage. There's a little more touch on that ball from Dudley where he lofts the ball in there. Boring's catching that ball, maybe gives them a shot at the end zone on the next play.
But what we do in the second half,
5 ticks left.
come back in
And they will send out 3 to the top of your screen.
15 minutes, I want to say.
Dudley has Alexander.
I believe it's, I believe high schools gets 15-minute halftime, I believe.
That pressure gets to him even with a 3-man rush, and he just has to trickle out.
That's halftime. And my dinner time.
Secondary.